How's the royal family? I pray that everyone is doing well. Well, my royal family, anybody that's new to the true royal family or true royal, when you see juicy at the end of a title, that means to go get your shit. Because I got mine on deck. Strawberry lemonade. I mean, it's strong too. I'm going to milk this for all it's worth. Got some videos to show. Got an article to read. But check this out, my royal family. I got a bonus video for the royal family that's beyond juicy. So I'm using these stall tactics. Go get your weed. Go get your wine. You know, whatever you drink. I don't drink. You know, I don't partake in cannabis. I did try to deal with my chronic pain, but it doesn't work with True Royal, so I left it all alone. I ain't nobody that smokes or anything like that. But I'm not judging whatsoever. I'm just using stall tactics. And some folks gonna get drugged because I'm feeling some kind of way. My juicy ass is it's all up on my shoulders, all right? So I'm really feeling some kind of way. Now, I may be, using some satire and some humor to some extent, but this ain't no plaything with True Royal. So you ready to lean all up in it, my royal family? Fire it up. Do whatever you got to do. Let me get one more little sip. I'll be back. Remember, I got a bonus. And anytime I bring a bonus, it's going to be juicy. Oh, yeah. I'm good at what I do. Oh, yes. So our beautiful queen here, Breonna Taylor. This thing is not over. We are in the retrograde phase, my royal family, and I'll get into that this week. All right? Things are being staged. And anytime retrograde starts to stage, and I have taught the royal family, it doesn't matter when it's staging, when it hits direct, or when it descends. The magnetic forces from planet Mercury will continue to be felt. You will see the divine hand in this very, very close. You'll also see the BS in it too, very, very close, because this is the enemy's system, and I'm going to point it out. Oh yeah, as far as I'm concerned, all of it's juicy. So let's get into this first video, and then after, the first video, then I'm going to start reading some things.
All you know what is happening. Somebody kicked in the door inside my girlfriend.
Is she alert and able to talk to you?
No, she's not. Breathe.
He's walking backward!
I think that we protest every day until justice is served.
A new level of oversight has been added to the LMPD. Our body camera policy has been changed to require their use for all officers executing search warrants.
Happy birthday, dear Breonna. Happy birthday to you. Say her name. Say her name.
Breonna, that's all she wanted to do was save lives. So with this law, she'll get to continue to do that.
Atkinson has been fired.
As we reflect this 150 days since Breonna was murdered, we have gotten a lot accomplished, and I'm not taking away from that, but there's still a lot to be done.
We will continue to work on behalf and with the protesters who have put their freedom on the line to bring awareness to not just Breonna Taylor, but to the systemic problems facing our city.
In the matter of Commonwealth of Kentucky versus Brett Hankison, the Jefferson County Grand Jury charges as follows.
Crazy that it's been a year, still unbelievable. The goal is for there not to be another Breonna, so there's steps moving forward to hopefully ensure that this won't happen again.
Come on.
You've seen us gather, march, protest, cry. What you won't see, though, is us divide on what we want.
Amen on that. Amen on that. So, my royal family, I wanted us to have some reflection and for us not to forget what Breonna Taylor's family had and continue to have to endure in this system. And so there are some things that are happening that I would say, okay, yeah, good, it's juicy. True, all gonna make it juicy, but I'm gonna point things out. I'm gonna keep it real, and I'm gonna keep it very raw. So let me read this article to the royal family. Ex-detective admits misleading judge who approved Breonna Taylor's raid. Kelly Goodlett, the former detective, pleaded guilty to one count of conspiracy. She is the first officer to be convicted in the fatal police operation. A former police detective admitted on Tuesday, which is today, that she had helped mislead a judge into wrongly authorizing a raid of Breonna Taylor's apartment in Louisville, Kentucky, setting in motion the nighttime operation in which the police fatally shot Miss Taylor. The former detective, Kelly Goodlett, pled guilty in federal court to one count of conspiracy, admitting that she had worked with another officer to falsify, a search warrant application and had later lied to cover up their act. In pleading guilty, Ms. Goodlett became the first police officer to be convicted over the March 2020 raid, during which the police were searching for evidence of drug dealing by Miss Taylor's former boyfriend, Jamarcus Glover. Now, y'all came in there to steal. Y'all was looking to steal drugs and money. Inside a courtroom, downtown Louisville, Miss Goodlett, 35, admitted that she had known there was not enough evidence to support approving the warrant, but had nevertheless failed to object when a fellow detective falsely wrote that police knew Mr. Glover were receiving packages at Miss Taylor's home. Miss Taylor's mother, Tamika Palmer, sat in the courtroom during the plea and wiped away tears, while a woman beside her held her hand. As part of the plea deal, Miss Goodlett will remain free on bond until she is sentenced. The maximum prison term for the crime to which she pled guilty is 5 years. Miss Goodlett's plea suggests that she may be cooperating with the justice prosecutor over their roles in acquiring the search warrant for the raid. A fourth officer accused of violating Miss Taylor's civil rights as well as her neighbors by firing 10 bullets through 2 apartments. None of the bullets struck anyone. Anyhow, we don't need that part. We already know about that part. The rest of this article ain't nothing in here that I feel like holds anything. Let's see here. Okay. Okay, they continue to say, I'll read this little part. Though Ms. Goodlett knew that the claim in the warrant application was false, she did not change the application. Instead, the plea agreement states she misled. She misled that Mr. Glover had been using Miss Taylor's address as his own, despite the fact that both detectives knew he had not been living there. And even the postal department, because they tried to pull them in too, said, nah, they know how that stuff works. Ain't no drugs been delivered at that house. Ain't no mail, no nothing iota has ever came to Miss Taylor's apartment with anything with that brother's name on it. So the plea agreement states that 2 days before the raid, a police sergeant who was keeping watch on Miss Taylor's apartment had seen a car belonging to Mr. Walker nearby. Whatever. This is the shit that like really irritates me, because I want to get into what I want to get into. So put that to the side, and I'm going to play the video, and then I have some things I'm going to say about this so-called Captain Save-A-Ho.
Days after the police killing of Breonna Taylor, a former LMPD officer has confessed to her roles in lies on the warrant that took officers to her home.
WDRB's Stefan Johnson is live at the federal courthouse where Kelly Goodlett just pleaded guilty to conspiracy. Stefan?
Well, this was part of a plea agreement. Behind me today in court, as you mentioned, former officer Kelly Goodlett pleaded guilty to 1 count of conspiracy. As you mentioned, the plea was in connection with the March 2020 raid at the home of Breonna Taylor. In court, Goodlett admitted she conspired to include false information in the search warrant. Goodlett also admitted that she conspired with another officer to cover it up. Goodlett quit the force after being charged earlier this month. This is the first conviction stemming from that fatal raid at Taylor's apartment. Breonna Taylor's mother, Tamika Palmer, and other family members were also in court today, but left without talking to the media. Goodlett faces up to 5 years in prison and a $250,000 fine. Right now, she is scheduled to be sentenced on November 22nd. Again, Goodlett is the first, but there are 3 other former officers also facing federal charges in this case. That includes Brett Hankerson, Cal Meany, and Joshua James. Live at the federal courthouse with photographer Neil Johnson, I'm Stefan Johnson, WDRB News.
Let me start real quick because I seen something that I wanted to point out to the royal family. Let me see here. Let me play
in
this.
Prison and a $250,000 fine. Right now, she is scheduled to be sentenced on November 22nd. Again, Goodlett is the first, but there are 3 other former officers also facing federal. Goodlett also admitted that she conspired with another officer to cover it up. Goodlett quit the force after being charged earlier this month. This is the first conviction stemming from that fatal raid at Taylor's apartment. Breonna Taylor's mother, Tamika Palmer, and other families.
Okay, I'm going to stop right there. I see that in my eyes. I see 911. When you add that up, that adds up to 11. In the Bible, and I have said this often on this channel, 11 means in the Bible chaos, disorder, and judgment. As we continue on. So, now they want us to feel some kind of way and act like this hoe is doing a good deed and look at the length of time to even get to this point. One thing that I take joy in is that her immediate situation has been effective. I don't know how long she's been in the force, but she will not receive her pension there. You got to start back over somewhere. So your immediate situation is being affected, but trust and believe there is a KKK fund out there where they take care of their own, and we have the right to take care of our own. But how they gonna build this dusty hoe up is like she is doing the honorable thing. Okay. Many of us have talked about the first teacher of a child. Who is keeping up racism here in America? All right? So you got to watch the enemy's woman way harder than you got to watch her man. But you remember what was prophesied and what was told to me by Yahweh, and it's been, I think, about 4 years now during the summer. And I have said this often, but I have new people on the channel. On the True Royal Family backup channel is True Royal. The creator, literally, because I get visions sometimes or words come to me. I don't hear anything. He said that the white woman will be the first to get my wrath. And that does not exclude the white man because he upheld her shit. So don't sit up here getting all excited because this thing here then pled to something. All right? Conspiracy. And I don't think she's going to get no time. It's going to be some real bullshit time. Because 5 years, the fine and all that, they'll pay a fine. All that shit don't mean nothing at all. I'm not trying to kill nobody's joy because I'm still going to bring it like I always bring it. But I got to bring reality at the end of the day. Like I said, my ass is all up on my shoulders because I feel some kind of way, and you're not going to insult my intelligence. You're not going to insult the royal family's intelligence, how the media play us and how y'all ass get down. See, you say I'm an angry black woman. No, I'm not an angry black woman. This is truth speech. You can't handle the damn truth at the end of the day. You can't handle this truth serum that I'm bringing your ass at the end of the day. You can't handle that I'm milking it at the end of the day. And I make it real juicy. So, we have taken care of that part. There are some other things that we need to partake in. This pure nigga. I'm not cutting my words. It's hard for me to cut my words. When he sat up here and lied to Breonna Taylor's mother. Breonna Taylor's mother. The Queen Mother. He lied to her. Told her a bald-faced lie. He didn't give a damn what he said to our queen, who suffer day in and day out. But now this coon ass, arrogant ass, got some needs. He needs something from folks in that state. He needs something. What's that state? Kentucky? He needs something. I might be getting the shit mixed up. I don't care if I'm getting it mixed up. I know I got the story right. Now he needs something. He got needs. He need y'all vote. So let's get into this juiciness. He had something to say. And I know some people heard it, but some people haven't heard it. So let's listen to his little statement. Then I'm gonna bust out the bonus video.
Now, this just in right here tonight at 6. We are hearing from Kentucky Attorney Jan O'Cameron for the first time. In fact, moments ago, he started tweeting his defense of his office's work during the state investigation into Breonna Taylor's death. In a series of tweets starting at 6 o'clock tonight, Cameron says it's important to not conflate the charges announced today with the state investigation, which focused on whether the officers were criminally responsible for her death. He goes on to say that he's proud of the work of his investigators and prosecutors. While there are people who will want to misrepresent the facts, he won't participate in that. From a series of Daniel Cameron tweets reacting for the first time since the announcement at about 11 o'clock this morning from the U.S. Department of Justice.
All right. So he had something to say with his arrogant, dusty, crusty ass. And those very words, he need to eat them because he conflated all kind of shit to the point where jurors were vastly concerned. They were interviewed. They said that things were misrepresented to the grand jury. Now, they never ever seen him ever in their life face to face, as far as I know. But his supporting cast, which is the Klan, did what this nigga, and I gotta say it like that, because niggas come in many shades and hues. Why he sat there and lied to Breonna Taylor's mother, because he didn't give a damn. But now you gotta need. And this is the time that I would tell black folks, go render your vote. Yeah, he need black folks not to vote for him. That's what he, so I'm saying, he got a need. He need y'all not to vote for him. And y'all need to vote for him, because he don't need the position at all. He needs a serious ass wake up call. And for order for him to even make the statement, it is bothering him. And I have been able to prove to y'all, my royal family, that the stuff that these people be doing to the royal family, that it bothers him. Because the pig that got shot in this case, remember that video where he had like at 2 o'clock in the morning, him and his old lady was up, she in one room emailing or doing whatever she was doing on the computer, and he was doing what he was doing on the computer. And then his wife admitted that whatever pig that was, because I can't keep up with their names, that he was having night terrors. Breonna Taylor was coming at him. See, Yahweh is not the one to play with. That is our Father. That is our Father. And you don't have that bloodline. Talking to the enemy. All right? I'm talking directly to the enemy. And there's even people that look like you and I that you may think that have that bloodline, but they don't. And they demonstrate on a day-to-day basis who they're for at the end of the day. So now he's in a position of a need. Look at how the divine hand works. He was so damn arrogant that he couldn't just sit and chill. Because he know, I guess he just figured, whatever. And it just happened that now he needs people to vote for him. Because he wants to have a political career. Let's not lose sight of his stinking ass daddy at the end of the day. But now I'm going to bring the bonus video. I done milked it for all it's worth. And just listen to the crowd. Just listen very closely. We're going to partake in all of this juiciness.
My friends, it is good to be back at Fancy Farm. And of course, I brought the prettiest campaigner I know with me, my wife, Mackenzie. Now, a lot has changed since the last time we were here. Kentucky has added more Republicans to the voter rolls, and we've added a baby boy to our family. Now, I know a lot of you wanted to see Theodore, but he's not here this year. He'll consider coming next year when I'm the Republican nominee for governor of Kentucky. But for a moment, I want to focus on our brothers and sisters in eastern Kentucky who are suffering through the floods, and on those who lost so much here in West Kentucky after the tornadoes. I want you to know that we might be sharing a few laughs today, but whether we're Republican or Democrat, know that we are with you. When natural disasters strike, we take off our partisan hats and we root for each other. We help repair and we help rebuild. We cry together and we laugh together and we pick each other up. And that's what I've seen during the devastation left by the tornadoes and the floods. We've seen school teachers organize food pantries. We've seen basketball teams hold telethons. And we've seen church members set up food and clothing pantries. We've witnessed the heart of our people, and we've witnessed our people be the hands and feet of Christ. And to those in our law enforcement community who have given so much, to the families of those brave men in Floyd County, and to the family of Jody Cash in Callaway County, know that we will always have your back, and we will always support the blue. Now, of course, this wouldn't be Fancy Farm if it didn't talk a little bit about our campaign. Now, you guys might have heard that I was endorsed by President Donald J. Trump. Now, people have speculated about So today, I'm going to spill the beans. It was actually pretty easy. So Nick Storm, listen up, buddy. All I had to do was assure Trump that Mitch McConnell is not Mackenzie's grandfather. But whether it's Trump, whether it's Susan B. Anthony, Pro-Life America, or the over 50 law enforcement officials that have backed this campaign, they all know one thing, that I am the best candidate and the only candidate that can beat Andy Beshear next fall. I mean, it's no wonder why the Democratic Party attacks me so often. They've seen the polls and they know the truth. When I'm the nominee, we will finally retire the Beshears from office in 2023. Look, Republicans need a nominee who's been in the arena. And ladies and gentlemen, I have been in the arena. Now there's only one candidate who can say that he has ended abortions in the Commonwealth of Kentucky. There's only one candidate who can say that he has fought for your constitutional rights all the way to the United States Supreme Court. And there's only one candidate who has gone toe-to-toe with the Biden administration and has won. You all know my track record, and you know my values. Over these last 3 years, Mackenzie and I have been tested, but we have never wavered. And we know this is going to be a tough campaign. The Democrats will do and say anything.
Come on, Sandman. Do the bucking wang. Get your sorry ass on. You sorry motherfucker. I love that, my royal family. Wasn't that juicy? The entire 4+ minutes that he spoke, all we kept hearing was Breonna Taylor. This ain't going away at all whatsoever. Remember long ago, my royal family, when me and KD did a live, and I said, there is a cost messing with royalty. And now we are seeing the side effects of the things that they are supposed to do for Yahweh's children. But the enemy act like we did something to them, and they want to continue to subjugate us and keep us in a full state of pain. Well, that medicine that you give to us in the very system that you created because you want to have a soft place to land, you're feeling some kind of way. You see your president giving away all the coins and all that kind of stuff. And we are in the unquote age of exposure. This is not going to go away. And I want to leave y'all with this, my royal family. You cannot satisfy royalty at all whatsoever. I don't give a damn what any of them so-called do. So this Captain so-called Save-A-Ho, who they gonna go light on and try to make her look like she a hero, you can't satisfy us at all. We can't satisfy even our own Father. So what make you think that we can be satisfied? Remember your bloodline, my royal family. But I had to make a point of this arrogant bastard to show you he got a need. He needs you either to vote or not to vote. You feel me? Or go vote the other person in. But he's one of them type that I want him to have continuous pain. Continuous. His life will not ever go comfortable ever at all whatsoever. I have spoken that into the universe. I have that kind of power. You have that kind of power, my royal family. Remember, we come from royal stock. We did not lose everything. Okay? And we in the age of exposure. And he's troubled. And he's feeling some kind of way. And I'm feeling some kind of way. Because this girl is 6 feet under. But you know what? Breonna Taylor ain't satisfied. Say her name. Breonna Taylor. My queen, my queen, my queen. Much love and respect to you. So, my royal family, do what you do best. Render your voice with your beautiful, divine words. And as always, my royal family, I thank you for your love. I thank you for your support. And with that said, Ashe.